Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are here for the very first time, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Lucy B. And today we're going to be doing a tarot reading on who might be your next love. Normally don't like to do readings, love readings, but I felt inclined to do this. I was given the idea to go ahead and proceed and do this type of reading. So this is what I'm going to be doing. As you can see right here, there are 4 cards. Now, these are archetype cards, and the purpose that I picked this particular type of card is to get an idea of what the personality might be of this next person that's coming into your life. And I have no idea what the cards are. I just shuffled them and I asked my angels which would be an appropriate selection for this reading, and they came out. So I have no idea what the cards are, but to give you an idea of as to a better way to help pick, because obviously these are just blank cards and you don't know, and sometimes people aren't able to get a feel for what card might be best for them just by trying to channel in their energy into each one. I am going to pull some numbers from here randomly, and I'm going to have 3 numbers for each card here. And you can pick the number that mostly draws to you for whatever reason you may have. If it's your birth month, your birthday, your life path, your favorite number, whatever way you like. Or you can just try and channel in to each card and get a feel for which one may be the one for you. So let's give it a shot here and see what happens. So I'm going to pull 3 numbers randomly from each card. I can feel my way in here. Let's see. I have 1, 2, and here's going to be 1 more. And we have number 7, number 8, and I think this would be number 6. I almost thought it was going to be number 9, but that would have been interesting. 7, 8, 9, but it's 7, 8, 6. All right, let's do the second card. Let's pull out 3 numbers, 1, 2, and I can feel 2 in my hand. Let's do the third one. This is going to be number 5, number 3, and number 10. 3, 5, and 10. All right, let's pull out 3 for the next card. 1, 2, and 1 more. This will be number 1, number 2, number 11. And last but not least, what numbers are left behind? And that will be number 4, now which one is this? Is it going to be 6 or 9? That's a good question here. Let's flip this over. Well, that looks like a 6, and that looks like I am going to say that this one is number 6, and this one is number 9 because the tail of the 9 is longer. So we're going to put that and leave it how it was. And this one here is 12. All right. So first card, 7, 8, 6. Second card, 3, 5, 10. Third card, 1, 2, 11. Fourth card, 4, 9, 12. So take a minute to decide which card you're going to pick, whichever means you decide how you're going to pick it. I'll give you a second or two, and then I'm going to start flipping over the cards. So let's see what archetype personality is number 1. And number 1 is the prince with romantic charm and potential for power. Who doesn't like a prince charming coming into their life or a princess charming coming into your life? Nice. All right. Romantic. Number 1, possible person coming into your life. Number 2, the Don Juan. All right. Now, the Don Juan's light attribute is spotlights on your positive seductive qualities. So the Don Juan is romantic, but also very seductive and makes you feel very, very special how Don Juans are, and sometimes they are considered players. However, if you are looking for something that is just a relationship, a play relationship, playful relationship, nothing very serious, this isn't a bad one to get. Additionally, Don Juans do at some point in their life, not always, but they get to the point where they're done playing around and then they are wonderful partners once they decide to settle down and commit. So, this necessarily isn't a bad card for a potential next mate that you may want to receive and encounter, bring into your life. Let's see number 3. The rebel. Some people out there might like someone who's a rebel, challenges things, challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve the inner needs. Nice. And last but not least, what is this one going to be? The hero. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. So if you want somebody in your life who's going to come and save you, or always be there, somebody that you can rely on. The hero is a wonderful personality type of person to draw into your life. So these were the cards. These are the numbers right here. I am going to start with reading number 1 for the Prince group. So I will see you back, number 1. And if you want to go with the timestamps that are below, you can go to the other numbers 2, 3, or 4. Just fast forward to those areas for your reading. So see you at your reading. Pile 1, the Prince card. Welcome back to your reading. And let's get a little bit more information about this particular card. I'm going to put the numbers over here to the side. And then it says light attribute, romantic charm, and potential for power, with the shadow side of that personality of this Prince Charming, using power for self aggrandizement. So let's see what the book says a little bit about the book from Carolyn Meese, who wrote this book for this particular type of archetypes. It says that with this personality type, they are a prince in ruler in training who serves the people he will someday lead, whether in a literal, figurative, or spiritual kingdom. And the characteristics of this person would be someone who is very genuine and fair and very wise. Look for a history of preparing for leadership in one particular realm. So, this person that may be coming into your life is someone who appears to be a leader, isn't afraid to take charge of things that they want to accomplish in their life. They also have the tendency to be very romantic and alluring, the kind that will like to sweep you off your feet, bring you flowers, there for you in your time of needs, remembers those birthdays, remembers those anniversaries. A Prince Charming, so to speak. However, the shadow side is, which is always, there's a shadow side to us all, a yin and yang to us. That particular personality says to be cautious because this type of person may use their power for self aggrandizement, making themselves bigger than they actually are. Because they are so romantic and so loving and they're so charming, they may over exaggerate who they think that they are. So we all have our positive and our negative traits, right? So this is one explanation about who may be possibly coming into your life, who is the next love that may be coming into your life. So let's get some additional information. We're going to put that to the side here. Let's get some more information from the another archetype deck that I have here to give us an idea of what type of personality, how this person that is coming into your life might be. So, angels, here we go. Please provide the best possible reading that you can give me for pile 1, who is the Prince pile. Please give me an explanation as to who might pile 1 recipients be expecting to come into their life. Thank you. Thank you, angels. One card, please. Well, that was too many slipped out. One card, please. Well, I got two. Actually, I got three, but I think that will be too much. Well, no. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give you all three because it will give a further detail of this person. So we have somebody who is not only romantic, but is also very creative and likes the creative arts with the poet and the painter. Creation and someone who is very deep into wanting relationships within their lives. This poet card goes very much so with the romantic Prince Charming type. So you're going to be getting a winner here if you like someone who is very loving, romantic, creative, and is very in touch with their feelings. The painter, someone who may be an artist. So somebody who is definitely looking into areas that are more intuitive or more creative with the creation productivity. It could be an artist, it could be a painter, like it says specifically here. It could be somebody who is in film and creates that way. Basically, any kind of creative type of cartoonist, drawer, a writer with the poet. And then we have the enchanter, which goes very well with the prince. So there's a reason why all three came out. However, with the enchanter, the negative side to that would be that they may be a little bit of a trickster. So that goes along the lines of maybe being a little bit of a player. Because they have been so romantic, they are able to get the attention of a lot of ladies, or if it's a woman here, the attention of other men. But overall, seems like a good person. If you are looking for somebody that is very emotional and believes wears their heart on their sleeve is what I'm getting here. Somebody who listens to you, someone who shares in your life and wants to know about your life. That's what I'm channeling here, this potential person that's coming into your life. Nice. Let's put these cards over here. So creative, romantic, loving, caring type of person who may be a little bit of a player. Let's see. What else do we have here? Let's pull this deck right here. And let's see if it can give me some information about, let's say, their sign and anything else that you may need to look towards when determining, is this the one that is coming up next in my life? What other information, please, angels? So let's look here to see what angels may I have. One card, please, from this deck as to who this person might be. Additional information. All right, so we have urn and we have water carrier, maybe an Aquarius and also maybe a Cancer. Now, 5 and Cancer. So Cancer is considered a water sign. So this is the 5 of Cups. And right here, this is the 9 of Cups. So it's going to likely be a water sign person who pops into your life. And of course, with the water signs, it is a person that is a very emotional, caring type of person. Now, with the urn, what information do we have with the urn? We have loss, death, forfeiture, grief, closed up, bereaved, breakup, poverty, collapse, dispossesses, remove, dismantle, deprive, absence, change of state, setback, it's overdone. Now, this can be somebody who is coming into your life who is a widower and has lost their spouse, either a widow or a widower. This could also signify that this person has done a lot of work in their lives and have been able to successfully change and let go of a lot of negative energy that they had in their past, negative attitudes, negative way of being from their past. And they are looking for starting over, letting go of things that they had in their past. It's over. It could also be somebody who has been in a relationship that didn't go particularly well, a long-term relationship I'm feeling, and it's over for whatever reason. And they are going through their time at this particular moment of grief and difficulty, whether it is from having lost someone or just the breakup. That is what I'm channeling with this person. And it may be a Cancer, or it may be just a water sign. So with this one right here, this is, I'm sorry, not the Nine of Cups, because this is Aquarius. So this is actually the Nine of Air, and air is the Swords card. So this is the Nine of Swords. And had to pause the video for a second because I had a tickle in my throat, so I apologize. So with the Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords, it is talking about anxiety and overcoming the anxiety. What you specifically have here in the card, it says water carrier, which is the Aquarius sign. And it says a person who's humanitarian, generous, noble, balanced, calm life, communication, compassionate, unselfish, alleviates suffering, benefactor, cares for others, humane, helpful, and ethical. For the actual Nine of Swords card, it talks about anxiety and releasing anxieties and having gone through a period of difficulty, which is what I'm getting from this card over here. So this person has gone through some previous difficulties in a previous relationship that they had to go through, or working on themselves to get to a better place in their life so that they can move on, or is someone who is either widower or a widow and is going through a period of grief right now. So this obviously is going very well with the attributes of the Prince archetype card that talks about someone who is very kind and considerate and passionate and helpful and well-balanced and generous. Wonderful person so far, very caring. Let's go on to, so we got a nice idea as to the personality of this person. So now let's go on to the actual tarot cards to give me an idea of what else, or let's see, how will you meet this person? Is it possible to know how, pile number one, the Prince group, how will they meet this very loving, charming type of person? How will they meet this person, please? I have this card for sure with the Four of Cups. There's that energy of being dissatisfied in their life right now, pensive, in a situation of thinking about things, maybe a little on the sad side right now. That's what I'm getting, which goes along with the grief card and the grief card that came out, the urn card. Let's see. So this person currently is in a state of mind that's a little on the sad side. There's the Hermit card once again. So far, it's not telling me how you are going to meet this person. It is still relaying information about the type of person. So this person is definitely working on themselves currently and are not at a point right now where they feel like they can start a new relationship. But they will be, because definitely it is showing this person will be down the road. 10 of Cups and the Lovers card. So this right here is still not telling me how you are going to meet this person. But once this person is able to get out of that energy of the sadness, maybe a little bit depression, anxiety of what they are going through, and they are working on themselves, because they are pretty much on the spiritual side, and they do believe, being artsy, they do believe in spirituality. They may be meditating or going in for counseling, getting some sort of help so that they can improve on themselves. Once they get into a better frame of mind, they are definitely going to want to start a new relationship. As you can see over here with the Lovers, next to the Ten of Cups. This person will be very committed type of person, wants to have a future, wants to have children, wants to have the Ten of Cups, everything in their lives. They are going to be very open, and I do see that you will meet each other. I want to continue to see if I can please, is it possible to know? Sometimes it's not yet available, the answer to know how you will meet this person. But let me try again. Angels, may I please get information as to how they will meet pile one, how pile one will possibly meet this person. If we can't have this information right now, that's okay. How will they possibly meet this person? And we have the Four of Wands. So that it goes again with a committed relationship. They want to meet somebody and start new. Now, with the Four of Wands, with a celebration of some sort, I think it is saying that it will be, maybe you'll meet them at a wedding, a graduation ceremony, some sort of party get together where people are having fun. It could be anywhere, it could be a concert, just someplace that there's a community and there's lots of people having fun. That's what I'm picking up from here, where you are going to meet this person. Very nice. All right, so let's see. Now, let's find out when. Let's look at a timing deck. Let's find out when. Angels, can I please find out when? General time frame as to when they will meet. Can I please have a general time frame, my angels? Guardian angels, what is the time frame for them to meet? If possible, can you tell me? Thank you. Are we able to know? Yes or no? If we don't get a card, then that time frame is not available at this time, and we have to respect that. No time frame, please. This one. Let it be a mystery. Well, there you go. There you have it. It took a while to come out. It did not want to come out. And when it did pop out, that's what the message is. So we have to respect that. Let it be a mystery as to when that will happen. Now, let's ask with this deck, which is a yes-no deck, will this person be possibly the one for pile one, in whatever way pile one wants it to be? Relationship for fun, a long-term relationship. Just would this person be the one for the Prince group, pile number one? May I please have some information? Will this be the one? May I please have some information? Yes, but clear the clutter. You need to declutter your mind or your space before progress can be made. So yes, but looks like you may need to work on a few things in your life before that can happen. And then let's get some advice cards for you. What do you mean by you need to declutter your mind or space before progress can be made? What do you mean by that? What does that mean for pile number one? There has to be a little bit of working on their own selves to be able to allow positive energy and relationships and the possibility of other people coming into your life. Let's see. What advice do we have here for pile number one? We have, once again, Cancer, new moon in Cancer, and relax. So we had Cancer over here, I believe. Yes, with the number 5, we have the Cancer card. So you may be a Cancer, and it is asking you to relax. New moon in Cancer, relax. So perhaps you have to take some time for yourself, develop some meditation if possible, go for walks, take better care of yourself, increase the vibration of your life, your energy, radiate. And when you do, that will be the appropriate time for this person to come into your life. Remember, this person is currently working on their own needs, their own shadows. They've gone through their own difficulties. They're working on it. And you really want this person to be in a better frame of mind and ready for a new love before coming into your life. Meanwhile, what you are doing is taking care of yourself, trying to work on any anxieties that you have, fears of starting a new relationship, fears of starting with somebody new, taking past relationship issues that you have had and working through that so that you can be in a better frame of mind. Because when you are vibrating high, you will draw in all sorts of people. A person that might invite you to a wedding that you didn't know before, a person that you meet that invites you to a graduation that you didn't know before. So all of this is connected with this Prince Charming that will come into your life, the artist, the creator, the poet, the writer, a producer, somebody who is involved in a creative type of arts and has a very loving soul who has been through a lot and is working on it and is a little bit fragile right now, which is why it may take some time to get to know this person. Like it says, let it be a mystery. So I hope you enjoyed this reading for the Prince, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed it and you got something out of it. Don't forget, please like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments if come back. Let me know if at any point you do meet this Prince Charming. And I always like to end my readings by saying that there's no definitive answers in tarot, only options, possibilities, and hope that you can draw from. And then you make it work. You are in the driver's seat, so choose wisely. Bye, number 1, group 1 with the Prince Charming. Love and light to you. Till next time, bye bye. Hello there. Number 2, pile number 2 with the Don card. You picked the Don Juan card. And let's see what pearls of wisdom the cards have to say about the Don Juan card. So, as I was mentioning in the introduction, with the light attribute of the Don Juan, who looks like he is taking this person and is swinging them around and they're dancing at tangos. It looks like this light attribute, it says it spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So it brings out the passion in within you. This person is able to tap into your passion and is able to draw out wonderful feelings from you that you haven't even known that you had. The shadow attribute is that they use the power of romantic attraction for their own private agendas. A typical Don Juan, or as we call it nowadays, a player. However, as mentioned before, players can be rehabilitated. They really can when they want to be. And if this particular person is coming into your life and they are ready to settle down, then you get the best of both worlds. You get a very passionate person, romantic and passionate, but at the same time has sowed their wild oats and is ready to move on and settle down and calm down and be more committed. On the flip side, perhaps you don't want to have someone that is a committed relationship and you just want to have fun and you just want to meet a new person of interest. This type of person might be perfect for you. It all depends upon what you want in your life. But this is what you picked. Let's get a little bit of information more from the book and see what the book for Don Juan, what additional information it says here. And it says for Don Juan, it can make us aware of falling into the power of romantic attraction and look for a pattern of sexual behavior in which the end justifies the mean. It may also look into vulnerability and the power to open up a heart which is capable of deep love. So, as I was saying, the Don Juan personality is someone that can bring you out of your shell if you are someone who is a little on the shy side and have you feel passion and excitement and adventure about doing things that maybe you wouldn't go toward, that you wouldn't do on your own. But it does come with a shadow side. And the shadow side is sometimes they can use that charisma that they have for a little bit of manipulation. So you have to be a little bit careful and aware of that. But let's get some additional information as the cards, from the cards, we'll put the numbers over here. Let's keep going and see what else comes up for this Don Juan. So let's start with another archetype card right here, archetype deck. And let me do a little prayer for my angels to get going. Angels for pile number 2, the Don Juan group. Please provide them with the best possible reading. Allow me to have the best possible insight to relay the messages that you want them to know. Please protect me, my cards, and this space, and the listeners who are here watching this video. Thank you, and let's go. Information, please, for the pile 2 Don Juan. Who is this person? Hey, the divine timing and evaluation. So the diviner. Let's see what the book has to say about the diviner. That is not one that I am very familiar with. The diviner. Let me pause this so that you don't have to wait for me to flip. All right, so the diviner is a person, the archetype of a person who is very patient and is able to get the things that they want in their life because they believe wholeheartedly that everything comes in its own divine timing. This person is able to evaluate the situations that they have in their life, and they are not very impulsive. They take their time in making decisions, and they are spiritual in the sense and believe in the universe having its timing, in the sense that they believe that you don't need to rush through things. Things will come at its own planned time. So very patient, very wise. Doesn't seem to me this person to be someone who needs a whole lot in their life. They are very spiritual. At the same time, they are very passionate type of person, but passionate about the small things in life. They don't need a whole lot. This person doesn't need a whole lot to be happy. And they're very comfortable being in the space that they are in right now. They don't need a lot to move forward. They don't expect a lot about life. They're just someone who is content and happy with what they have going on in their life. They're grateful. They have learned the art of being grateful. And because of that, they are very plentiful in their life, even though they feel like they don't need much, because they are able to understand about the law of the universe and be patient and understand that things come at their own time and their own pace. There's someone who's easier going and someone who may have their anxieties, but overall isn't a very anxious person. So calm mood is the person that I am gathering from this card right now. All righty, let's go on to this pile right here. That will give me a little bit more information. It may tell me some information about their sign and what other aspects of their personality we need to think about and see what is coming for you. There's too many cards here and they don't always want to slip on in. So, alrighty, I did want to do a good shuffle from the previous reading. Make sure that this information comes specifically for you. And this one wanted to come out, a fortress with number 1 and with Aquarian energies. So you may have an Aquarius that is coming in. You may be the Aquarius as well. But fortress, what I'm getting from fortress is someone who has built a wall up in their lives, don't have a lot of friends. They are very cautious as to who they allow to come into their lives. They're very selective. And that is because they have that calmness to them. And they are very introspective. They think things through very clearly before moving on. And so they are someone who may come off as being a little bit on the quiet side, which doesn't really go with the Don Juan, but let's keep reading here. What does it say? Fortitude, staying power, stubborn, sealed off, aloof, prepared, backbone, endured, lasting, ready for anything with the adventure side of the Don Juan, determined, unbreakable, true grit, and knows what it takes. So remember, we have the light attribute of a person's personality, and then we have the shadow side. So this person may be on the outside very outgoing and charismatic and adventurous, but has their moments where they are very standoffish, quiet, reserved, and they may be friendly, but they may not like a whole lot of people in their lives. So that's what I'm getting from this particular card here. Let me see if there's anything else. So with the number 1, this is also considered the Ace of Swords. This is the Ace of Swords, as it is an air sign. So this is number 1, an air sign. So this card is the Ace of Swords. So this person is also very intelligent and takes their time with their ideas before moving on. So analytical, not a very emotional person is what I'm getting here. Very quiet and reserved, has their moments of being quiet and reserved, but when they go out and they want to have fun, they definitely are able to go for it. So far, sounds great. All right, let's do now a reading using this deck, and let's see, are we able to find out how pile number 2, how is pile number 2 going to meet this person? Am I able to get some information of how is pile number 2 going to meet this person, please? Is it possible to know how is pile number 2 going to meet this person? And we have a 3 of Swords. This person has gone through some heartache in their past. This one wants to come out. We have the Queen of Cups, which may be you in the reading. And let's see what one more card may show, please. How will pile 2 meet you? How will pile 2 meet you? And there's that Emperor energy, which I believe is the person here that you are going to meet. So what am I getting here? I am getting the Queen of Cups. You are likely someone who is loving and giving and caring and a very emotional person. You are someone who is able to give anything that somebody wants. You are able to give them because you're just such a caring person. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You're very nurturing. This, the Emperor, strong, independent, determined type of person, masculine, is who the person that's coming into your life, the energy that I'm getting. I'm not getting here yet as to how you are going to be able to do this, but I do have the 2 of you here. The 3 of Swords, which is in the past position, is telling me that you both have had some trying times, either with love or some trying times in general in your life. Who hasn't, right? But you are in the healing phase because it is in the past, and this is what you are moving towards. I'd like to find out, please, angels, please can you tell me, is it possible to know how they will meet? Can you please tell me how they will meet? The 6 of Cups. All right, now 6 of Cups is the card of nostalgia. It is also the cup, I'm going to keep saying cup, the card of childhood. Perhaps you already know this person. Perhaps you know them from before. Perhaps this person, you were in a relationship with them when you were younger, and now they're coming back into your life. Perhaps this person will simply bring out your child, the happiness within you. So it could be someone that you already knew in a past relationship, or someone who is going to make you feel young and happy and childlike again. Let's see. May I have two more cards, please, to give them an idea of how they will meet? Although it may seem here that you already know them from a previous relationship or previous lifetime or since you were little. All right. Two of Pentacles and one more card, please. That one definitely wanted to come out. One more card, please, to give me an idea of how they will meet. Sometimes we don't know for sure. We have more than two, more than one here. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Wands. It's not giving me an exact indication as to how. It just continues to tell me the type of person that this person is. But very likely it is someone that you have known in your past that's coming back into your life, or a past relationship that is being rekindled again, leaving you with the, I don't know if whether I should go there or not. We have in the background here this gentleman looking at this lady right here as she is. Maybe you'll meet them at the beach or on a vacation of some sort. That could be another thing that I'm getting from this card. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody that has everything that they possibly need in their life, have worked very hard to get it, and they are living their best life. And then we have the Ten of Wands, somebody who has gone through a great deal of pain and pressure and life and situations, and now they are on the mend. So this two here, I believe, is giving explanations about you two right here. One of you, and I'm having a feeling it may be you, are in a better state of mind right now, in a better situation in life right now. And this person right here is just barely starting to get over the heartache that they have had in their life. But they have ended that chapter and now they're looking into a newer chapter. Remember, they have this fortress that they have built in their life. So it may be because of the Three of Swords. They are coming out of a relationship that was difficult for them. And they have built this fortress right now. So they're still working on that before they can move on to something better. But this one right here could also be somebody coming in from your past and you are not sure whether you want to go there or not. Yes, no, or shouldn't I? Or because it is summer related here, this card, and there is somebody looking straight up at this person. Somebody has caught you, but you have caught their eye, and they may have caught you by now. I don't know. And they are interested in you. They are looking at you from afar. Could be with this one right here, somebody from your past, a friendship maybe that may blossom into a romantic relationship. That's what I'm getting there. Now, let's see if we can get a timing as to when this will happen. A timing, please, as to when this will happen. May I please get a timing as to when this will happen? Am I able to know a timing, please? Here we get previous energy out from the previous reading. Angels, may I have a timing as to when this will happen? Is it possible to have a timing? Or pile number 2, a timing. Let's keep going with this one. When will this timing happen? When will this timing happen? Am I not going to know here, please? All right. Tomorrow looks, next couple days, and tomorrow looks promising. So what does that mean? That means pretty soon, or maybe currently in the works right now. Interesting. Could be in the works right now. It could be happening pretty soon. We have the number 33, 6, and we have 31, 4, 4 to 6 days. It could be something that you're going through right now in the middle of it. Now, let's see. Will this be the one? Are we able to determine if this person is the one? Knock out in previous energy. Is this the one? Or pile number 2? Am I able to know that information right now? Is this the one or pile number 2? Let's see. What does it say here? Yes, but clear the clutter. You need to declutter your mind or space before progress can be made. That's with the working on yourself before moving on. And let's see what other advice now I can give you from the angel cards. What is the advice? Numbers that they can start looking at to see when this will be coming into their lives. And we have two here that wanted to come out, and we have numbers 1, 6. Willpower. Things may feel out of sync and not within your control. The whisper of the divine is asking that you remember that you are being supported and that your will is your superpower. Determination is key right now. And then the affirmation for you to leave with is I call on my strength and willpower to take the lead. I accept and listen to the support of the divine within me. And 5, change happens outside your comfort zone. The time for change is now. The angels are whispering for you to trust your path and to learn how to walk it. Take the next step, allow change to lift you up and guide you forward. Affirmation, I release all that no longer serves me as I am guided to move outside of my comfort zone and let change in. Wonderful. And one more advice card from the moon deck so that number 2s can take with them. One more advice card from the moon deck. So this one right here. We have Taurus, new moon in Gemini. Oh, I'm sorry, not Taurus, Gemini. New moon in Gemini. Think it through is the last piece of advice. So, whatever's happening, it's happening fairly quickly. Look for someone who may be an Aquarius. I believe I also saw, I saw Aquarius energy. So an Aquarius type of person from the zodiac sign, and then you have here Gemini. I'm wondering if you are a Gemini. If you are, go ahead and put it in the comment section. But what I'm getting at here is this is happening either now, perhaps you already know this person and you're intertwined in a yes-no type of situation. And it may be someone it may be a friend, someone who is your friend, and things are moving on into a little bit more romantic situation. You both have had feelings before. Maybe you have decided not to ever act on your feelings towards this person because have a little bit of a Don Juan type of energy about them, and you don't want to mess with that. So you are torn back and forth between yes, no, maybe yes, no. But think it through, as the last card says, and use your affirmations to help you make appropriate decisions. And then this might be the one, but it says that you need to work on yourself and declutter a lot of the issues that you might have in your life right now, thoughts in your own life, in your own head about moving forward because of the 3 of Swords card. It seems like you both have had some pain from previous relationships that you need to work on before you are able to commit to one another. So it's a yes, finding love right now, but taking care of a lot of areas that you first need to address before moving on. So, this was your reading. I apologize for having to pause the video so many times because I have had phone calls coming in and knocks on the door. I apologize, even though I always tell my family, please do not disturb me. Something always happens. So I have put a pause a few times here and there. If you notice that, I apologize. But I want to say thank you for joining me again, or if it was your first time here, I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Lucy B, and I always end my readings by saying to you that there's no definitive answers in tarot, only options, possibilities, and hope that you can draw from, and then you make it work. You are in the driver's seat, so choose wisely. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got some nice insight. If you did, please like, subscribe so you can come back and see me another time. I love to do readings and I love to give advice from my angels to you. So take care. Bye bye. Hello there, pile 3 with the Rebel card. You chose the Rebel card with the numbers 1, 2, or 11. So the light attributes of the Rebel card is someone who challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And the shadow attributes rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So this is to give an idea of who might your next love be as far as personality goes. And you ended up getting the rebel card. So, with the rebel card, we all pretty much know what rebel is, a person who does not just accept how things are said to them, they challenge it. This actually can be a very positive type of personality, a very positive profile in someone because the world is created and has gone through so many changes because there are people who don't always just accept conformity and accept how things are being said and they challenge it. And these types of people are the ones who help the world to change. On the other hand, being a rebel and not always wanting to accept everything that is being told of you can cause trouble in your work, in your life, because you question everything and you challenge everything. And it's not always appropriate to be in that state of mind and in that possible situation of how you deal with people. You cannot always be in that particular way of reasoning with people. So let's put this card over here. Let's get a little bit of information additional from the book, which says for rebel, is a person who would be whether politically inclined or an artistic endeavor. The rebel is a key component of all human growth and development. Look for a person who has a lifelong pattern of rebelling against the establishment. But even if the rebel isn't part of your intimate circle, you should probably have it to some extent and should pay attention to it. So, this is referring to the actual person. Look for someone who has the characteristics of rebelling against conformity of things, how things are, rules. Not always good, but can be switched around and used positively when needed. The rebel helps to see your preconceptions in your professional or creative work or to reject spiritual systems that don't serve your inner needs. So that is what this person may be, someone who looks to their creative work and rebels against what might be typical that everybody else does. They rebel and they want to be different and they are okay being different. This may be your personality. This may be something how you are as well. And you would go just great with someone who is like that as well. So let's go a little bit further into the rebel card and get some information from my angels to you as to what type of person is coming into your life. Who might this person be? What type of personality might they be? So let's shake this up a little bit. And angel for pile number 3, the rebel card. Give me some information, some further insight as to who this person is that pile 3 may be meeting in their life. Can we please have a little bit more information from this deck as to who they may be meeting? Give us some insight as to the characteristics of this person. Please protect me and my cards and the lovely pile 3 group, the rebel group, from this reading. Thank you. And here we go. Pile 3, additional information from the archetype cards, please. And this one wanted to come out. The Vengeance card, overcoming slights, a choice. All right. So would this person have a tendency to be someone who, being a rebel, may have some issues with vengeance, a little bit of a hardcore, kick-ass type of personality, somebody that you don't mess with, someone who is a little bit hard, has lived their lives a little bit hard, and doesn't let anyone tell them what to do, a fighter, someone who gives a helping hand to anyone who needs it because they have a kind heart. However, because they have lived their lives and it has been a little bit difficult for them, they are, like I said, a little bit hard. We have the light and we have the darkness here. This person has both types of personalities, yin and yang. They may be someone who has it pretty balanced, however, but they do carry a lot of harshness because of how their past life has been. And they have been someone who says here has been able to overcome slights. So this person may have been somebody who was a little bit of a fighter in the past, a hard soul, and has learned to be a little bit softer, has learned through mistakes to let go of things, is on their best path to improve on themselves. So they're coming into their own of letting go of the past of how they were. They're coming into slowly developing a better part of themselves and letting that kind part that they have shine. But they will always contain an edge, an edginess about them, which goes very well with the rebel card, I have to say, giving us a profile of who this person might be coming into your life. So let's get some additional information. That's what I'm channeling right there. Let's get some additional information, angels, please. Additional information about this particular person. See if we can get some information about what zodiac sign they are, what other attributes they might have in their personality, what you can expect. Hey, may I please have some additional information, please, as to who might this rebel type person be? This edgy rebel type person be? We have two cards. We have telephone and Sagittarius. So we have a Cancer, possible Sagittarius. You might be a Cancer. You might be a Sagittarius. The Two of Water, which Cancer is a water sign. So the Two of Water, and that is the Two of Cups in the regular tarot deck. So this card says telephone, communication, conversation, getting through, two-way street, message, vocal, loud and clear, reaching out, notification, throat chakra, inner voice, and rings a bell. What I'm getting from here is this person is someone who has the gift of gab. This person is able to facilitate very well in how they communicate. Maybe they are in some type of communication type of occupation where they have to talk a lot. Maybe somebody who is in sales, someone who is loud and boisterous. Throat chakra just comes back to tell me of someone who is just very good at communicating their thoughts, outgoing, and someone who is looking for a commitment because it is the Two of Cups card, offering a commitment to someone. And as I said, maybe a Cancer. Now, the Nine of Sagittarius is the Nine of Fire, which is the Nine of Wands. So it could be a fire type of energy as well. Person may be a very passionate type of person, and the Nine of Wands is with standing firm on their beliefs, which goes well with the Rebel card, standing firm in what they believe. This person is someone who is talented, has a lot of endurance, on their toes. They hone a skill, which I think the skill is their gift of gab. Laser focus, very poised, grace, tread lightly. They are balanced, pursuit of the arts, and expertise. I'm still getting someone who is involved in communication types of activities, not somebody who is a loner and is techie, but more someone who is out there and has to communicate with other people. Maybe even a YouTuber type of person, somebody who is on stage, someone who, let me think, reports or does blogging. Definitely somebody who has to use their voice to communicate things. That's what I'm getting from these two additional cards, and maybe a Sagittarius as well. Or you might be the Cancer or the Sagittarius. All right, let's keep going. Let's find out now. How will you meet this person? Am I able to find out how pile number 3 is going to meet this person? This rebel G type of person. How will they meet this person? May I know this, please, angel? Is this something that they need to be aware of right now, or are they able to learn right now? We have the Two of Swords, making decisions. Let's see what else. I think it will be, which one? I think it is this one. The Two of Cups, the love offer, which is what the Two of Cups was right over here. We have that repeat. And this one, that Three of Wands. I am that you know this person. I am getting that you already know this person. You have been on their mind. They have goals in the future for you. However, one or both of you are having difficulty making the decision to move forward and take the plunge. You already know this person. At some point, the decision will be made and the love offer will be given. Because this is a love reading, I'm not going to say it's a partnership of business, although you may know them in the same line of work, the same occupation. Together, you will connect to a point where Three of Wands is about traveling and having made the decision already. So with the Two of Wands, which is not here, you're just starting to have the decision, the idea. And then the Three of Wands is when you're going for it. So we have from the immediate past energy, undecided, not knowing whether you should go for it, whether you should pull back on that arrow and let it go for Cupid. And then somebody made a decision, either you or the other person, and it's a yes, and you're going to go for it, and it's going to end up being lovely. And then the actual action that's being taken place, traveling, moving on. This could also be another way to look at it, since this is a general reading. And with a general reading, there are so many people out there with different scenarios. With the Three of Wands, this could also be that you will meet this person once you move into a different direction of where you want to go. Whether you move physically to someplace else, a new location, a new home, a new apartment, a new job, or you may meet them on a vacation, a work trip as well. This could also indicate that as well. But the initial reaction that I had is that you already know this person. That may be applicable to some of you, and to the other ones of you, it is somebody that you are going to meet in the future in a place outside of where you are right now. So that's what I'm getting right there. Now, let's look at the timing deck to find out. And this one already popped out. Time is frozen. So that tells me that you do not get to know right now as to when this will happen. Time is frozen. Have you met this person already and time stood still? Maybe that is what number 55 is saying. I like to look at numbers as well in my readings. So we have 5 and 5. 5 and 5 is 10, and in numerology, you knock it down to a single digit. So it will be number 1. It could be, like I said, you know them right now. So this within a few weeks, within a month or so, something could be happening. If we look at 5 and 5, it could be 10, signifying 10 months from now. We have 2s and we have 3s. This is a nice little progression moving on. So, not just yet. I would say for some of you, you already know them or it's very close, so within a month to two. And for others, it'll be later on, further down the road, a few months, about 10 months at least. That's what I'm getting with that. All right, so my next question will be, is this person the one? Can I have some information, please? This the Rebel deck number 3. Is this person the one? If I don't get a card that I can feel comfortable saying that it is, then you're not meant to know that piece of information yet. And this one wants to come out. And it says doubtful, unfavorable conditions. The conditions are unfavorable for a positive outcome. And so, what does that mean? Right now, it is doubtful that this person might be the one, but things can change. The one can change. If you really want this to be the one, it really is dependent upon what you want in your life. If you feel that this is the one for you, right now you may feel that this person is doubtfully the one for those who already know them, but you got to give it time and see what happens. But I have to give you what I get, and that's the card that I got. So let's get you some advice cards from the angels. What affirmations can they take from this reading? And I have 222 with balance. Now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance, which is this one here? Divine whispers are here to remind you that the alignment that you seek also seeks you, with this one. Breathe, rest, and reset. The affirmation, what feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me. So you may need to be working on some areas in your life before you can move into actually meeting this person. But as I said before, I have the feeling that half of you at least know this person and you're undecided. The other half will be meeting this person. Whether this is the one or not, like I say, I've heard the expression, this is Mr. Right now. It could be Mr. Right or Ms. Right now. Doesn't have to be the one, but things change. Time and situations are fluid. They can change depending upon how the situation goes. Right now, it may be doubtful. Down the road, it may not be. All depends on you and this other person. Okay, I already did this deck, and the last final deck right here, which some advice cards for you. May I please have some additional advice closing out the reading for number 3, please. Additional advice closing out for number 3, please. Like this one. And your advice is believe in your good luck. Let me get one more card. Did I not have a Sagittarius? Yeah, this one is Sagittarius. So there's a second Sagittarius card here with the first quarter moon. Believe in your good luck. Maybe that will be the time that you meet this person, when there is a first quarter moon in Sagittarius. And this card right here with the Gemini card, think it through. So, a couple of cards saying to take your time, balance out your thoughts, think things over clearly before making any types of decision. We have the Sagittarius card here, and we have a Gemini card here. So, we're looking at 3 potential zodiac signs for this person: Sagittarius and Cancer energy as well. All righty. So that was your reading number 3s for the Rebel card. This person, like I said, has a little bit of an edge, and that might be a reason why you are going to think things through carefully before jumping with this person. This, I'm strongly getting a feel for someone who is very communicative, a gift of gab type of person, outspoken, also getting a feeling that this person is someone who you may know right now and you're not too sure. There may be some flirtation going on, but you're not too sure whether he or she is relationship material. So you're holding back, and take your time to think things clearly and balance yourself out as best as you can before making a decision. Other parts of me are saying this reading is for some of the other half who is going to meet this person a little later on. I get the feeling of this person right here waiting for you, looking out into the distance and waiting for you to arrive. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, pile number 3. I certainly did. I like to end my readings by saying there's no definitive answers in tarot, only options, possibilities, and hope that you can draw from, and then you make it work. You are in the driver's seat, so choose wisely. Thank you for joining me. Love and light to you all. Lucy B signing out. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile 4, and welcome to your reading. You picked the hero card with the numbers 4, 6, and 12. And who doesn't need a hero in their life, right? The light attribute of the hero archetype card says passion for journey of personal empowerment. So this is a person who likes to help others and is someone who likes to feel like a hero. The shadow side of this is that it causes a false sense of heroism sometimes if you can't always be the leader. It always makes you feel like you haven't accomplished what you want to do in your life, leads you feeling a little bit on the side of being insignificant or of non importance when the hero isn't able to meet up to the expectations of always being a hero. So that is what the personality type of this person that you may be meeting is likely to have with the hero card. Let's get a little bit more information from the cards and see what it shows. Let's start with the archetype card. Let's put the little numbers over here to the side. All righty. Angels, here we go again. Number 4 reading. Number 4 for the hero deck. Number 4, angels. Are you with me? Can you please let the hero group know some information about who they may be meeting? Thank you. Please protect me, my cards, and the lovely listeners out there who would like to get some information from this reading. Thank you so much. Here we go. Number 4. And there it is, the walker, the unknown, a journey. So what do I get from this card? What am I channeling from this card? This person, I'm getting spiritual. I'm getting a person who believes in spirituality, such as reincarnation, believes in the spiritual arts of meditation, maybe someone who is a bit on the religious side, a lovely free type of spirit, someone who is willing to go towards adventure, doesn't always worry about the future, a kind hearted soul, very loving type of person, loves children, loves to help people, and doesn't always plan for the future, prefers to live their life a little bit not knowing their future, not having everything so perfectly organized. So that's what I'm getting with this card right here with the walker. All right, let's get a little bit of further information from this deck right here. Okay, I would like to get a little bit more information, angels. Give me a little bit more information from the pile number 4, the hero deck. What further personality type or information can you supply to us? And this one says 50 yes, no. At this time, things can go either way. All right, that's interesting. Let's keep going. I want to get a little bit more information. 50. Things can go either way. Do you possibly already know this person? There's the Fortress, someone who this card came out also in the previous deck. I think it may have been maybe number 2. And then we have baggage. I feel inclined for this one to do one more card. I'm going to do 2. Telephone and ballet shoes. These 2 came out actually in the previous reading as well. So if somebody is also, if number 2 was one that was likely one of your choices, you can go back and listen to the previous one, which was actually number 3, not number 3 with the rebel card. I had telephone and ballet shoes. I believe in that one as well. So let's get a little bit of information here. So first thing off the bat, I'm looking at Sagittarius. So I have here Aquarius, Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer. Some of the signs here might be yours. The sign may be the person that you're going to meet. So you have a nice little variety here of possible zodiac signs that you might be able to meet. This 50-50, at this time, things could go either way. I'm going to leave that card to the side here because that's going to give us information in a bit. It may be somebody that you already have met. Your next love may be someone who you already know, who you were already in some kind of relationship with. The Fortress card with the Aquarius card tells me that this person, besides being loving and all the other information that I channeled from here, does have, and this could be you too, a fortress. Doesn't allow people to get too close to them too soon. And that comes from in the past being hurt in relationships. So this person that you are going to meet, or maybe also talking about you, are a little hesitant or a little bit watchful and more careful before jumping into any other relationships, because there has been times in the past that you have been hurt. So this person's attitude right here may be someone who is a little bit on the aloof side, and until you get to know them, they may be a little bit of a person who's a little calm and distant, and you may think that they are a certain way when they actually are another, until you get to know them. The baggage, what I'm getting here is they come with some baggage. They come with some past issues that they need to work on. They have had maybe some separation issues in the past, some heavy burdens, but they are working on it because of here, the next phase, as it says here, next phase, long journey. They are looking into working on it and resolving these issues that they have had from their past. Right now, the energy is they're still working on it. With the 7 of Pisces, which is the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is about lots of choices and having your brain kind of scrambled and not knowing where to go, how to pick and choose what you want in your life. So their energy is a little on the mixed up, anxious side right now, that they are still trying to figure out and work through their previous issues that they have had. But with the 9 of Wands card, this person is also someone who is very strong, firm, and determined and knows what they want. They are very focused and they go after the things that they like. Look for someone who may be in some kind of arts or some type of creative occupation. Someone also who may be in some type of occupation with communication. I am not getting someone who is as highly verbal and communicative and has the gift of gab as the previous reading that I did, that I got this card. This person is just someone who is involved in this possible type of communication of occupation. It could be a person who does a lot of phone banking of exercises, a lot of phone banking type of work responsibilities in sales. However, not as communicative and as social as the previous pile 3, which was the Rebel card. This person could be a Sagittarius or a Cancer. With the 2 of Cancer, it is the 2 of water, which is the 2 of cups, and that is the offer of some type of relationship and getting together with the 2 of cups. So this person wants to have a relationship down the road, but they are not yet ready to start. They are not emotionally ready to get to that point yet. So this person who is coming into your life is working on themselves right now, is getting to that point. If you were to get together with this person right now, it says 50-50 that things could go either way, meaning if you get together with this person at this time, the relationship may be able to go well or not. It could also be somebody that you already know and are thinking about getting into a relationship with them, but you're not quite sure. And this card is saying here, if you do decide to start a relationship with them, a romantic relationship, it can go either way. So I would say take your time and wait before jumping into a relationship with this person if you already know them. But no doubt, this person is very kind-hearted and has a lot of good qualities about them too, but they do carry some of this, not negative, but some of this baggage that they have to take care of and address first. They're also very smart with the Ace of Swords card, which is the one card over here. They are also very smart, very analytical, not as creative, artsy type of person as the previous decks that the readings that I've been doing for those decks. More analytical. Maybe somebody who is in legality, legal lawyer type of person who has to communicate a lot. Somebody who could be a paralegal, does a lot of communication by phone. So that is what I'm channeling right now. Let's find out, when will you meet this person, or have you met already this person? Let's see what the cards here for the timing says. When will they meet this person, or have they already met this person? Oh, wait, you know what? Skip that. Let me go into the tarot. Let's do the tarot first before we look at the when. Getting ahead of myself. I had so many cards here that I forgot that I haven't done the tarot part reading yet. So let me get some more information, please. The Five of Cups, some more information to tell pile number 4. The Nine of Wands, standing firm in their decisions. The Nine of Wands came out over here too, twice for confirmation for you. And then we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Page of Pentacles. So I'm going to take those two. All right, what do we have here? Five of Cups is the feeling of being dissatisfied with their lives, having things, but not feeling as if they have everything. This person is looking for more in their life. I believe this person wants to have a relationship. I believe this person hasn't been able to find the right person for them. This person is feeling a little bit as if they're not going to be able to ever find the right one. This person is also one that I believe it said here, also in the Fortress card, they stand their ground and they fight for what they believe in. They do carry that hero energy. Over here with the Fortress, they have a backbone. They're endured, they're ready for anything, and that's where the Nine of Wands is, giving additional information and confirming that. The King of Pentacles, this person coming into your life, if not already in your life, is very good with their money. They have worked hard to achieve what they have in their life. They're very good with their money. They know how to invest well. They know how to save well. The bad side to the King of Pentacles is that sometimes you can be a little bit too restrictive with your money and not want to share. So look out for that. And here's another Page of Pentacles card coming in, which just confirms that this person is very good with their money and has money and has a good foundation and are very stable for their future consideration with them. But they are looking for the right person and they just not been able to find that person. So perhaps this is you who needs to come into their life. Now let's look into the timing part. When will this take place? When will they meet the hero that's going to come into their lives and sweep them off of their feet? What does that say? 12 months from now. All right, a full year to help you get better and to allow them to get better as well. A full year. So I'm getting about half of you that are going to meet this person, and it will be up to 12 months from now. And I am getting another, at least one person who already knows this person, and you're a little bit hesitant about taking a leap with them because you're not quite sure about them. This Five of Cups may also be related to you not knowing whether you should make the decision to jump or not, because at this point it could go 50 either way. Things need to be resolved. Some of that baggage needs to be taken care of. And sometimes that takes a long time for these things to be worked through, hence the 12 months from now type of energy. So, would this person be the one? My last question here. And boy, did that come out really quickly. But we got 3 cards. Actually, that's too many cards. We got 5 cards, so I don't think that's accurate. So, 5 whole cards. That would be a little bit confusing. Will this person be the one? Let's go with this one. And it says no, and I got to give you what it says. The bridge to your desire is severed. Repair is possible, but will take effort. So, at this present time, this person isn't the one because certain things need to be addressed first. Certain baggage needs to be taken care of before. Certain parts of you maybe need to be worked on. The bridge is broken. That energy that I was getting from in the past, having had a certain heartache that needs to be repaired so that you can open up and be willing to accept somebody into your life again. So at the present time, not being the one, the answer is no. But a lot can happen in 12 months when people take the time to work on themselves, improve on themselves spiritually, learn from their past mistakes, from the baggage that may be carrying so that they don't bring it into the new relationship. So it's a no right now, but you are in the driver's seat. And let's get some affirmations from the angel deck for you to leave this reading. What affirmations does the lovely hero pile number 4 have? And we have this card, which is 7. I love that number. Angel Whispers. And it says alignment. Your progress is recognized, and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel Source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. An affirmation for you is I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts. All things simply align as I feel the feeling of the divine. So you have been working on yourself, and that's awesome. The angels are recognizing it, and they are seeing that you are making good progress towards that. And this last card right here that I'm going to pull with further guidance to have you leave this reading with. What further information do they need to have? My guardian angels and my spirit guides. What last bit of information does the pile number 4 hero need to carry? What additional information do you have, please, for them? There it is. And we have Cancer again. With this Cancer, new moon in Cancer, relax. Take the time to take a walk. Take the time to relax. Take the time to have a nice bath. Take the time to go out in nature. Take the time to go on a vacation. Take the time to meditate. The more you relax, the more you are in a calmer state, the more you can draw appropriate, bright ideas into your life and draw in positive people into your life and possibly bring forth this next love of yours in your life. So that is what I have with you, pile number 4. I sure hope that you enjoyed this reading. I sure enjoyed being able to read this for you. And I like to end my readings by saying there's no definitive answers in tarot, only options, possibilities, and hope that you can draw from, and then you make it work. You are in the driver's seat, so choose wisely. Thank you so much for joining me. Love and light to you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment so I can have my channel grow. Take care. Bye.